Right now, let's bring in Derryfield's Michael Chaisson, who is on the line right now. Michael, good morning. Thanks for getting up early with us on a Sunday.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
4-0, new division, same results as a year ago when you ran the table in Division 3. What's been the biggest difference so far, 4 games in to the new schedule?
Well, started off, I think obviously the teams are just better. We have to prepare harder for each game. Each team has some weapons offensively that in the years past they just haven't been there. Starting off against Hollis, the team that beat us in the finals last year, we prepared pretty hard for that. Luckily, we had weeks of preparation on the turf. We had a turf for weeks in advance before anyone could really get on grass because of the snow, so that was good. And I think it's just a little bit faster paced, and hopefully we can keep that going as we move forward.
Michael, Coach Cameron, congratulations on the start. Also, congratulations on the commitment to the Air Force Academy. So, Michael committed earlier this winter to Air Force, and one of the things, Air Force, they recruited you as a midfielder. Obviously, for Coach Hetler, he needs that lefty attackman down low. So, how is the transition for you being a midfielder for most of your career to playing attack this year? Obviously, you're putting up big numbers with 10 goals and 12 assists, averaging over 5 points a game in the 4 games so far. But how is that transition?
Well, midi will always be my favorite position. I love it. But going down to attack, playing with Jimmy O'Brien and Peter Thompson is always a lot of fun. It's been pretty smooth. I think as a team, we move the ball pretty well, and we have some great chemistry together, especially down attack. So it makes it fun. We just dodge and find the grab the slide and find the open guy, and that seems to be working well for us. But overall, I think the transition's been pretty smooth. I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot.
I've been letting you play a little midfield, Mike. Come on now. Come on. I haven't been sticking you down there exclusively. It's been we've had a little fun with you too up there. We've been making teams work pretty hard against you.
So, Mike, tell us. Tell us a little bit about the process and how you wound up, deciding on Air Force, and when did it all of a sudden become something that before your visit did just to take us a little bit through the process there.
Well, I had never thought about Air Force at all. Actually, I was reaching out for schools like BU, Providence, and then after the Philly tournament, I got an email from the head coach saying that they were interested in me and asking me about a visit. And at first, I hated the idea of it. I did not want to go to Colorado. I did not want to go to an academy, and I just hated the idea of it. But then talked to my parents about it and other friends, and they convinced me to at least check it out. And I figured, I might as well. It's a great opportunity. And I went out there and I just fell in love with it. It was awesome. Everything I was looking for. Great education, great guys. Colorado is absolutely beautiful. Good coaching staff, and I'm just so excited. I'm really looking forward to it.
What are you looking to get out of it, Mike? I mean, I know chances are, I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you want to fly planes when you're done. I don't think you want to be a fighter pilot. What are you hoping that the Air Force Academy can give you out of an education there and out of those 4 years and the commitment that you're going to have to give afterwards?
Yeah, I'm not planning on flying planes. I'm just hoping that Air Force can give me the discipline and that upper hand on schools everywhere. Like when they're looking at going for a job application after I've done my years, they'll say, "Oh, this kid went to the Air Force Academy. He's been through it. He knows how to work hard. He has the discipline to do it, and he's a pretty smart kid too." That's what I'm really looking to get out of it.
Again, our guest is a future Air Force lacrosse player, Michael Chaisson of Derryfield, and seems to me like that's a pretty easy choice to make, I would say, lacrosse-wise, right? That's one of the premier programs and really rising programs in the country.
They are. Coach Saramet and Coach Wilson are very excited to have Mike. They've done a great job on the recruiting trail through the years. This year they're down a little bit. It's a little bit of a rebuilding year, but last year they had some big wins, made it to the NCAA tournament. And I think that, seeing that the talent, they have also Dakota Clark, who is Bedford. He's a junior with Michael. One thing we could ask Michael is, Michael's going in as a class of 2017, what they call it. He's reclassifying. So, Michael, what was some of the reasons and the reclassifying process with that I know that was difficult. Obviously, you made the decision, it worked out to go to Air Force, and where do you plan on doing that extra year of school? Have you thought about that at this point?
Yeah, I've given it some thought. Really, it's coming down to I really like New Hampton School and Brewster Academy a lot. Those are definitely the two I'm deciding over. They're both great schools, both great lacrosse programs, both great coaches too. So we'll see what it comes down to within the next year. But those were really I'm planning to do.
Mike, have you had any conversations with the Air Force coach out there about possibly coming in and doing a redshirt year? Is that something that they've talked to you about, or can they do that?
I don't think.
No, I haven't really talked to them about that. One thing they do is if they don't think you're necessarily ready for the academics of it because it's such a hard school, they'll send you to the prep school, and the Air Force Prep Academy, and that is something that you don't really get to decide. They just say, okay, we really want you, but we don't necessarily think you're ready, so we'll send you there for a year. So that is something I would have been interested in doing, but when I found out that you have no choice over that. And they said that they would want me for direct entry. So I never really talked about doing a red shirt or anything. So I was just planning on going to New Hampton or Brewster.
The best and worst parts of playing for Coach Hetler.
I'm not in the room right now, Mike. It's all right. Speak freely. I'm not in the room.
The best. He really gets us going. Stellos for life. Makes it a lot of fun. And he does a good job preparing us. You have full scouting reports on every single team. 2 pages.
We'll leave that as the worst. We're not going to let you put your foot in the mouth. We'll say that's the worst.
And there's a lot of clipboards flying around, hats flying. A couple times last year. One time last year, he threw a trash can. But
I haven't punted a water bottle this year.
He pulled the Bobby Knight.
But it's all worth it because in the end, we always seem to be doing well and getting to the.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the best parts about having a Michael Chaisson is this is one of the hardest working kids out there. He'll run through a brick wall for me. Just the fact that he's willing to change positions and do what we need to try and win on the field. He's a huge team guy. He's not concerned about his stats. He wants to see the team win. If he had 7 assists in a game and he didn't score a goal, the kid wouldn't care. Just a truly a really good team player, unselfish player. Joy to have him. We're going to miss him in another year when he has to graduate, but we're very lucky to have him right now, and just a really hardworking kid. So, Mike, thanks for everything you do, buddy.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we appreciate it, Michael. Good luck moving forward, and thanks for jumping on with us this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me.